You know, I still run into people that want to know what's so special about real estate. And I'm like, let me show you how I turn a house into a cash flow machine, and then I think you'll get it. And so I thought I'd make a video today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the 3 things I do to turn a house into a cash flow killer machine that can absolutely financially change your life.
'Cause we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
So here's the challenge. Today, we've got to figure out how to buy a house, turn it into this cash flowing machine, and ultimately sell it down the road for hopefully $50,000 to $100,000 profit. If I were sitting down with you face to face and you're like, okay, Kris, I'm kind of brand new to the game, maybe I have some investing experience, but really I'm trying to figure out how to go from where I'm at today, which is having something or maybe nothing, and getting myself to my first $1 million. How do I do that? And how do you turn real estate into this massive cash flow machine the way you did to retire at 26? Check it out. I want to show you one of my favorite strategies today. It's documented in this book, The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth. And in this book, I talk about how you can get paid $5,000 up front when you do a deal, how you can get paid $500 each month, and how you can make $10,000 when you actually sell the property 3, 4, 5, 7 years down the road. And the reason why I like this strategy is that for most people, you know, the idea of making $5,000 up front, it's like, oh, that's a real problem solver. If I need to get ahead on a bill, or I've got child support issues, or I need to buy a car, or I've got tuition. Listen, $5,000 for a lot of people can start solving some kind of problems, but it's this $500 a month that is residual that really starts having a really significant impact. Because $500 a month won't make you financially free, but $500 a month is the start to becoming financially free. And then later down the road, if you sell that house and make $50,000 or $70,000, trust me, you're gonna have a smile on your face. It's cool. The money's awesome, but you did it. And if you did this once, could you do it again? The first time you're gonna feel like it's luck. The second time you're gonna say it's a fluke. And the third time you're gonna say, oh my goodness, I think I can duplicate this and do this over and over again. And then the game becomes a new one of, all right then, how do I actually do this 10 times or 100 times? I'm going to show you right now. So this strategy is what I call a lease with an option to purchase. I have a program called Compassionate Financing, and it's all based on this idea that if I bought a home, to turn it into a cash flow machine, you could turn it into a rental, but I would call that a weak cash flow machine, even a dangerous cash flow machine. Because a typical house bought underneath the median, you know, $150,000 to $200,000 home, you rent that out and you might make a couple $100 a month. And you're like, but Kris, I could use an extra couple $100 a month. That wouldn't be bad. And to that I would say, you're right. But if something goes wrong and you need more money, then, you know, that could actually set you back. So how do you actually up the cash flow on that? And that's where I take the exact same house, and instead I say, you know what, I'm not looking for a renter. I'm looking for a family that wants to move in this home and make it theirs. And I'm gonna ask them to give me a down payment. On average, I'm gonna get $5,000. They're gonna pay a higher cash flow. And because I bought the property strategically, I'm actually going to incentivize them that if they make their payments on time, they've given me the down payment, that in 3, 4, 5 years, they can actually go and buy that house from me. And when they do, I'll have made money on it. I'll cut some of it back to them as a benefit. And what do they get out of it? They get to live in the house now and treat it as their own, instead of just wasting their money on rent. So there's a really beautiful service component that's happening here. A lot of people do lease options, and some people do it with the intent to harm. Like, I'm gonna collect a big down payment and then hope you never buy the house. We're not talking about that strategy. That's why this is called compassionate financing. The contract is built in a way to help them be able to buy the house. And this is what you ultimately want. Why? Because when you sell and you get all of this money, what can you do with it? Well, you could do some stupid things with it. You could buy a car, you could buy TV, you could upgrade the furniture in your house or apartment, you could take a lavish trip, and you could consume it down to nothing. Or you could take it and do what? You could buy 2 houses. And 2 houses makes twice the stack. And 2 becomes 4, and 4 becomes 8, and 8 becomes 16. And after you've got 4 or 5 houses, that's when neighbors and friends and family start looking at you and saying, you know, I was really skeptical. I didn't think this was gonna work. And now it looks like it is. And you have a track record. Can I partner with you? Can I throw some money in? And now, well, look what's happening. Now you can do as much real estate as you want. And that's really the goal here. So in this game that we're talking about, how you turn your property into a cash flow machine is don't rent the home. Look for a family. You got to have the right contracts. Put a family in the home that wants to give you a down payment. Help them buy that home with time. You're going to get more cash flow than you would, usually double than you would on a rental. And then when you sell the house, you're going to make a lot more money, and then they also get to make money. I've been able to help a lot of families get into homes where banks wouldn't help them. You get to be that bank for them. So this is how you buy a property. Now, the cool thing is you don't even have to have money to buy the property. You can actually use somebody else's money, the bank's money, a partner's money. The bottom line is everything I'm sharing with you comes down to this. 1, you need knowledge, and 2, you need a mentor. And if you have those 2 things, then it doesn't matter whether you have a little bit of time or a lot of time, a little bit of money, a lot of money, or no money. The reality is this game is literally about deal making. It means I'm going to just put resources together. Here's some money. Here's a deal. Here's a family looking for a house. I put it all together, and I get paid a lot of money, and other people get paid money, and everybody wins. So if you want to learn how to do that system, it's documented really well in this how-to manual. All you have to do is click the link below. It's a free gift. The book doesn't cost anything, just cover the shipping so that I can send it out to you. And if you want to jam with my team, have a free consultation and say, hey, reading's fine, but can someone give me some step-by-step how-to instruction? They'll do that for you as well. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Share this video if you liked it. Comment on what kind of videos you'd like to see me making or if this video was helpful for you. And I'll see you on tomorrow's video.